What I am seeing surrounding Charlie Kirk's murder is absolutely asinine insane. But you know what? The time period that we're in, it doesn't make sense, as we have been in such a repeat timeline for so many times. Let me explain. Martin Luther King Jr., JFK. They were huge voices for unity in our world. They were also huge voices for not living in sin. And I think that Charlie Kirk was a person that had strong Christian faith and values with family, and he sees what's going on with the family dynamic. He sees how so many people are living in sin and just fine with it. And he was using his amendment right, freedom of speech, to express his belief system, to teach people, to educate people, and yes, to have public debates. I don't agree with everything that this man has ever said, okay? But I'm going to say something, and this may make a lot of people not like me, and that's okay. To have abortions is sinful in my eyes. There are certain circumstances where if a woman's body is taken and she is impregnated way earlier before, that is normal, or other circumstances where I would have like a sliding scale of opinion. But for the most part, I do not agree at all with your body, your choice, abortion. I don't agree with it. I think it's sinful to take a child's life, because I think every child that every time someone gets pregnant, it is a meant to be occurrence, regardless of some other things. For the most part, I do not think abortions should be legal or accessible to the main majority of the public that just want to get rid of a responsibility because they weren't using their common sense, and they want to use their body like a factory or a machine. So the fact that this man was so adamant about preaching against sinful lives, and that bothered so many demonically possessed people that want to defend living in sin. It's like, why don't you just live in sin and be fine with that? You don't have to attack people who are calling out that you are living in sin and calling it for what it is. This is exactly the types of things that happen with MLK, JFK. These people were coming in with this high knowledge to bring in unity and understanding against sinful living, and to call out the sinful living or the hatred that we have in this world, and they were killed for it. I know MLK was an Aquarius. I don't know about JFK, and I don't know about Charlie Kirk, but I know that we are in a time period right now moving into the Aquarian age, which means galactic. We're going to have an earth-based and a galactic civilization, which means we're going to have a smorgasbord of citizens here. We're going to have different lifestyles. We're going to have things that are anti-life and pro-life to discuss and understand. You guys, galactically, this is huge. We are continuing to push along and to evolve and to grow, and that's going to we're going to rub up against each other in not so friendly, nice ways, because we're going to have differences of opinion, differences of lifestyle, differences of belief system. But you know what? We live in America, and it's an amendment right to have free speech. You don't get to take someone out because you don't like what they're saying or the message that they're promoting. You just don't get to do it. If you don't like something that someone is saying, if you don't like an ideology or an opinion that someone has, how hard is it to just remove that from your life? Don't go to see them speak. Don't watch their videos and make yourself angry. Why don't you go watch someone that you do like, or spend your time with someone you do like? For example, I just had someone that I considered a sister, just someone online that I've been engaging with for a while, remove me because I think it is okay to take nude photos and share them. I think it's okay for my body to be displayed as an art piece. And some women don't agree with that, and they think I'm living in sin. And you know what? That's their choice to think that way. It is their choice to have that understanding and mentality and to create a boundary with me. So she blocked me. And you know what? Am I mad? No. I'm happy that she took the boundary that she needed to protect her peace, to protect herself, to protect whatever, if I am causing a disrupt or a disruption for you, yes, please delete me. Please block me. I want you to be well and healthy. I don't want anything that I do to affect you in a negative way. So if me talking about being a nude art piece bothers you as a woman, then yes, please remove me. There's no hard feelings. I'm not going to want to hurt her for it. And she's not going to want to hurt me. It's just, okay, boundary. That's my boundary. I don't want to engage with this person anymore because they are living in a way that I don't agree with. And I don't want that energy around me. I completely respect that and understand that. I'm not going to be for everyone. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I think that with people that have opposing opinions, you need to understand how to have an opposing opinion and be on the outskirts and be on the outside and not push your beliefs on every single person, and be able to have healthy debates and be able to agree to disagree. And if you're not willing to grow, if you're not willing to see the person from the other side, then go elsewhere. The fact that you think that you have the right to take someone's life because you don't agree with the message that they're saying, you don't agree with what they do, is wrong. It's inhumane, it's ungodly, it's unhinged, and it's non-American. It's non-American. This is not the way that this country was ever intended to be. We are supposed to be like a melting pot and uphold the truest, highest values of God, which does not involve killing. Christ's consciousness is about unconditional love even for thy enemies. That doesn't mean we hurt, kill, harm our enemies. We have unconditional love even for those that we disagree with. And the fact that we have people here that can't even be mature enough to get that through their fucking thick ass skull is concerning. The fact that I've seen people literally cheering this on, saying that this man deserved to lose his life. He was a father of two, a husband, a son, and a human being. No other human being has the right to take another human being's life just because, at all, period. But especially just because they disagree with their messages and their stance in the world. And where there is one Charlie Kirk, there will be 30 more, 1,000 more. You can't get rid of all the people that have different opposing viewpoints than you. But you know what you can do? You can look the other way. You can turn off your phone. You can listen to someone else. You can tune out what makes you uncomfortable. But I just think it's really interesting. It is the people that are living in the most sin, we're all sinners, right? And we work our way out of sin at our own pace. For when we understand we are living in sin, you can't really step out of living in sin until you understand how you're living in sin. And I think Charlie Kirk, just being his message, being who he was really putting a lot of the sinful lifestyles that we have promoted in this world right now. It's a very anti-life, scary world we're living in right now. And it's because Christ is very minimal. Christ consciousness is growing, yes, but the hatred in this world right now is scary. You can feel it. We can all feel this possessive, dark, hole of hell that seems to have opened and unleashed all of this disgusting, putrid, anti-life energy. It's very, very sickening, very scary, and very sad. I do not want to have babies in a world like this. I will not bring children into a world like this, and I pray for the children now that are being born into this world that is so hateful, because this is not a place that I would want for my children to live in. We are getting to the point where people are even afraid to really speak their truth or be who they are out loud, because we have instances like this that happen. If you don't like something that someone says, if you don't like someone's message, go somewhere else. Don't get violent. Don't get hatred. Don't let your hatred take over. If you're that hateful of a person inside, you need therapy. These types of people need therapy. It is not normal. And if you are unhinged enough to agree with these types of things, you need therapy. Beings like this should be in alligator Alcatraz. Honestly, if you think you can just walk up to someone's debate and shoot them in the fucking neck and that's right for you, those types of people and whoever agrees with that should be in some type of facility, locked up. with no access to weapons or to hurt other people. I'm sorry, but having freedom of speech, you're allowed to do that in this country. You're allowed to speak freely about your fucking belief systems. It's in the amendment rights as citizens of this country.